Yes, so we're very happy to have the first speaker here, Fitri. Fitri is the facility manager of the Scientific Imaging Center in Indonesia, where she manages advanced microscopy services and collaborations for life science research. She has expertise in bioimaging, stem cell engineering, and nanotechnology, and she is now dedicated fully to empowering researchers through imaging. She is very active in the global imaging community and strengthening the international partnerships and the growth of imaging science across Southeast Asia. Fitri unfortunately cannot be with us today in person, but she's joining us online. So we're very happy to hear her presentation and the journey of building the imaging infrastructure in Indonesia through academic and industry collaboration.
Okay, thank you so much, Claudia. Can you all hear me?
We can hear you well.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Montreal. Good afternoon, everybody. It's 1 a.m. in the morning here in Indonesia. But I'm happy to be here virtually. Unfortunately, I would like to apologize for not being able to attend the EOE 2025 in person. I truly regret it, especially since I received so much support to make the trip possible, but unfortunately, I couldn't travel to Montreal this time. So thank you so much, EOE committee, for providing this virtual platform, which allowed me to still participate in this event virtually. Thank you. And I would like to share my screen for the presentation. Okay, can everybody see the slide?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you so much. So once again, good afternoon there, Montreal time. My name is Fitria Dwi Ayuningtyas. Thank you so much, Claudia, for the introduction. I'm a facility manager now in Scientific Imaging Center in Indonesia. And today I will share the story of how imaging infrastructure is being built and strengthened in Indonesia through a unique academic industry collaboration. Beforehand, I would like to share some insight about the current state of imaging in Indonesia, including both its potential and its challenge. As we can see here, Indonesia consists of many islands. It's actually have 17,000 islands in total, which create many challenges in Indonesia, particularly to equalize the quality of education and research across the country. Indonesia is very vast, actually about 1.9 million kilometers squares, and as we can see here, it has a lot of large number of university and higher institution. However, all the top institution and well-established infrastructure are concentrated in the main island here in Java Island. So we can see that there are several imaging laboratory and one core facility, and all are located in Java Island. So yeah, it creates a challenge to distribute the equal opportunity in Indonesia. However, Indonesia research now started growing rapidly. The government started to invest more, about 107 million USD this year, toward a priority research field, and more institutions and scientists are engaging in research. Between 2019 to 2023, total international publication count was about 260,000 documents in Indonesia. The scientific research publication, and this reflects how Indonesian scientists are becoming increasingly active to contribute in global science. However, while the growth is promising, the challenge still remain, especially in access to advanced technologies such as imaging. So in terms of imaging technology, most research institutes in Indonesia have access to basic light microscopy like bright field and fluorescence. For electron microscope, One university usually have one or share between department or in the integrated laboratory. For confocal, it's also limited access in Indonesia, often only one system per major university, and it's all located in the main island in Java. For the high advanced imaging instrument, the other like super resolution or light sheet and other instrument is still unavailable in Indonesia. So we need to go to, for example, the nearest is Singapore if we want to use it, or any other country nearby. And despite this limitation, imaging is widely used across diverse research fields in Indonesia, from life science to material and nanotechnology, and also environmental imaging like in marine biology and forestry. This diversity shows how imaging is an essential and cross-cutting scientific tool also in Indonesia. And this is some challenges we faces in Indonesia. First is funding. The imaging instrument is expensive, as we know, and often we rely on the external support. And there's a lack of trained imaging scientists also and limited career path in this field. Not many institutions known about the term of imaging scientist, and they're not aware of this, so it becomes a challenge also. And third is a knowledge gap of the microscopy technique we have between researchers in Indonesia. And the other challenge is limited national network for imaging. It's still in early stage, and these are the barriers that inspired us to act. So the turning point came through the collaboration. By connecting academia, industry, and the local partner in Indonesia, we began to share the information, resources, and expertise, and this collaboration became a foundation for innovation and creativity in building imaging infrastructure and overcome the challenge. So Scientific Imaging Center is a result of that collaboration. It's developed actually quite long time. The initiation start in 2014 actually between ITB as an academic institution, Eviden as a technology company for microscope, and its distributor company in Indonesia, PT Wadia Prima Mulia. So it's quite a long journey, 2014 into 2024. First name is IOBC, ITB Olympus Bioimaging Center, but in 2024 we transformed into Scientific Imaging Center and continue the partnership to strengthen bioimaging development in Indonesia. And this is our mission, introducing the state-of-art imaging instrument and the development technology into the research landscape in Indonesia, supporting advanced research and educational purpose. And this is our core activity. And this is a day-to-day team that work tirelessly to provide services to all researchers in Indonesia. Our small but dedicated team manage day-to-day operation, user training, and ongoing engagement with the imaging community. So thank you also to Global Bioimaging that provide a guideline to make this career path, and we imply it in our organization. And this is the how it started and how we sustain this infrastructure in Indonesia. So the initiation, the collaboration between ITB, Eviden, and PT Wadia Prima Mulia as a local local partner in Indonesia started from mutual interest. ITB needed advanced imaging capability, while Eviden aimed to strengthen regional research through partnership program, because they have this institutional partnership program. I think they also have one in Singapore with A-Star microscopy platform. Graham has already been my mentor also, and he witnesses the transformation from IOBC to SIC. Thank you so much, Graham. I believe you're there. And yeah, so after this collaboration initiate, And PT Wadia also as a local partner play a critical role to ensure the local support, technical service and sustainability. And this tripartite relationship transformed the IOBC into SIC, marking a milestone for imaging development in Indonesia. And after that, we need to convince our stakeholder to invest their time and energy for this core facility, because at the beginning, there's no the similar idea to make this imaging core facility in Indonesia. So this is the first one. And after we make a clear plan and proposal showing a strong relationship and collaboration between these three parties, and we got the community support from all the people, especially from the bioimaging community. Uh, we can see here we visit the OIS imaging facility, AMP, and bring the stakeholder to see this is important to also be developed in Indonesia. Thank you, Sinya. I also believe you're there and help us to convince the stakeholder. And the similar success story also make them convinced. And yeah, after that, they want to invest their time and energy to develop this scientific imaging center in Indonesia. And each partner plays an essential role. ITB as academic institution provide academic leadership and expertise. So we have three advisory board. We have one advisory board consists of three people from each parties. First is from ITB, Professor Supriyadi. It provides academic leadership and expertise, while Evident and PT Wadia Prima Mulia bring technology, innovation, and global training experience. And also the local partner give on ensure local technical services, logistic, and sustainability. Together, these three parties with their each roles make the collaboration not just functional but also enduring. And now the Scientific Imaging Center has been active, have an activity for about almost 1 year. We start to contribute to Indonesia imaging landscape through empowering local scientists by offering training and access to the equipment. To our equipment, they can come and doing research there in the core facility. And we also emphasize that imaging is not just technical skill, but a storytelling tool. And it's a way to visualize and communicate science. So we want to build awareness for all researchers in Indonesia. They need this imaging technique to support their research. And through SIC also we connected with wider imaging communities such as Imaging Southeast Asia. I saw the talk from Marcita. It's very inspiring also how the ICA developed. And also we start to have a good connection with global bioimaging. This connection has been highly beneficial for the growth of imaging in Indonesia. And through these communities, we have gained valuable knowledge on how to manage and develop core imaging facilities, and discover researchers with similar interests also across Indonesia. And we start to know each other from different universities in Indonesia through ICIA, and receive support from well-established imaging center that actively engage in our activities, such as, for example, from AMP. We got the support for workshop, and they also witnessing our opening session at the time. Thank you so much. And at Scientific Imaging Center, our mission goes beyond providing imaging facilities. We want to create a purpose and impact in Indonesia. Through empowering the scientists locally by giving a training and workshop to the researcher across Indonesia, helping them gain access to advanced imaging facilities, knowledge, and skills. And we also want to promote that imaging can become a storytelling tool in research. such as visualization for the unseen biological phenomena and process, and make science more understandable and engaging. And finally, we want to emphasize the accessibility and equity in science. We believe that local access to imaging technology can transform opportunities, allowing more scientists to contribute to global scientific discovery. Hopefully, later, all the imaging facility can start to spread out in Indonesia, and they can have easier access to the imaging instrument. So as conclusion in the end, building the infrastructure is not only about technology, but about collaboration also, the people and the purposes. And through this partnership between industry and academic institution, we have shown that academic industry synergy can strengthen the research capacity, sustain innovation, and also expand access to advanced imaging in Indonesia. So together we are building not just a center, but a foundation for scientific growth and national progress to strengthen the research capacity, driving innovation, and expand access to science across Indonesia. So in this case, I want to thank you all for all the supporter, also for supporter of Scientific Imaging Center, ITB, Eviden, and PT Wadia Prima Mulia, and also all the imaging community that helped me a lot gaining more knowledge about how to manage a facilitate core facility, imaging core facility. Thank you so much, and thank you for global bioimaging community. So that's all my presentation.